By Zachary Borbom. Icicles hanging from the rooftop, cold, hard, and stiff, like a frozen ice pencil. I love looking at them.
Students from Giants Head Elementary in Summerland read poems they've written about winter.
I love winter. To me, winter is lovely. Winter means the snow is landing softly and I'm playing in the snowbanks. It is the season when I throw snowballs at my sister and go ice fishing.
The students were inspired to write these verses by a picture book they studied in class, Looking into Ice, by Summerland photographer Jeremy Hebert. Now the students are reading aloud their poetic works and sharing this experience with Jeremy, who has self-published Looking into Ice and several other books of his many photos.
That's a very, very close-up, so this entire space that's in the picture was actually only about that big, and it didn't look like much when I picked it up.
When Jeremy had read a book about photographing snowflakes, he was inspired to publish his own photos in a book and hopes that today's interaction with these young authors will inspire them to follow in his footsteps.
It was pretty interesting because I've never met a real author and he has so many good pictures. Yeah, I think we'll be writing a lot more.
Well, when I saw the picture, it was just so interesting that I just couldn't stop wanting to write about it. They're really interesting.
I think it's just fun to learn something new, write a poem. Yeah, it's just really fun. Like, I usually never wrote a poem or anything. It's a new thing.
Putting it together in a book has been really fun, just in terms of it's a fun way to share it. So people can hold it in their hand, they can flip through it at their leisure. And I tried to make that point to the kids in terms of, you guys could be doing this. This is not difficult, right? If you have digital photos, you could be making your own books. And I definitely saw some wide eyes there for a minute there, like, oh, we could do this too, which is really neat.
Jeremy hopes that today's experience will get the kids to look more closely at their world around them.
And so this is a really far away shot. And these are what's called ice pancakes. Yeah, or like lily pads, particularly with the close-up photography because it's something you don't necessarily see at eye level when you're just walking around. So you actually have to be getting down or picking things up and looking at them. But yeah, with ice in particular, that was sort of my training ground, I think, for some of that stuff, just because often it doesn't look like anything. We all in Canada walk past ice dozens of times a day, right? And most it's an irritation. If anything else, it drives your car into the ditch or whatever. But yeah, it's been gratifying to hear people say that it's helping them look at it in a different way, or looking at everything in a different way, realizing that there's beauty in spots where you didn't expect it.
For Shaw TV in Summerland, I'm Wayne McDougall.